I've made a boxing video. But a major upset last night. Anthony Joshua, the great Anthony Joshua, has finally been defeated. I'll be totally honest, I was ignorant of the fight. I didn't know it was on last night. I was distracted with other things. Although I do consider myself a boxing fan, I'm not always disciplined with keeping up to date with schedules, and so I didn't know it was on last night. I knew the fight with Miller had fallen through because of Miller's failed test. So-called Big Baby Charles Miller. And then I kind of thought, oh well, that was a lot of hype over nothing, so it kind of switched off. Then last night, Madison Square Garden, New York City, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Um, then I saw in the news, there's a new champion in the boxing world, and thought, okay, well, what's this? Anthony Joshua is beating. I thought, whoa, that's big. So, and you know, of all people, I think it's fair to say this guy would not have been a candidate for someone to beat Anthony Joshua. But it doesn't look like there's any controversy. Joshua was down four times apparently. I didn't see the fight. I don't have pay per view. But I've seen like snippets of it. Almost 3 million people have watched the post fight interview. Joshua, not surprisingly, ever the immaculate sportsman, composed, holding himself very well. If he was emotional, he wasn't showing it. Smiling, being very magnanimous in defeat. And of course, Ruiz is very happy. I mean, let's not take anything away from Andy Ruiz Jr., the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever. Chris Arreola, of course, a few years ago, Mexican American, was a contender, or he may have won a portion of it, but this is the first unified Mexican world heavyweight champion. So that's a major achievement for Andy Ruiz Jr. He's made his mark on boxing history. Um, but you know, I understand there was a rematch clause, and if that goes ahead, then what Anthony Joshua could do is what Lennox Lewis done with Hazim Rahman. Um, so I don't think this, necessarily puts Joshua's legacy in question. I think he's still going to go down as one of the greatest British heavyweights of all time. I think he's a great heavyweight. Period. I mean, his victory of Klitschko, that's in the history books. But a loss is a loss, and it was, a pretty clear loss. So, whoa, I'm still kind of shocked that Anthony Joshua was defeated last night to a guy that many people have barely heard of. So it's really, huge respect to Ruiz, respect to Joshua for being magnanimous in defeat. It won't be the biggest upset ever. I don't think it's on the scale of, for example, Tyson Douglas or Clay Liston or even Klitschko Fury, or maybe not even Joshua Fury, but Joshua Klitschko. But it's still a pretty big upset. Um, I'd say the biggest upset in the boxing world, at least since Joshua Klitschko. So yeah, Andy Ruiz Jr. has made his mark. Now, whether this is a fluke, whether this is a one-off, remember Buster Douglas didn't quite live up to the hype after his defeat of Mike Tyson, his very fair defeat of Mike Tyson, incidentally. A lot of Tyson fans like to make excuses for that, but I think Douglas won fair and square. And likewise, based on all the reports I've seen, based on Joshua's own response, I think Andy Ruiz Jr. won this fair and square. So, whoa, big news in the boxing world. It's interesting to see where this goes from here. As you know, the heavyweight division is very interesting right now. I think it's a good time for heavyweight boxing. So maybe Ruiz is going to be shooting up in the rankings. Maybe he's going to be one of the big names of the next 10 years, along with Joshua Wilder and others and Fury. So interesting days indeed. Congratulations to Andy Ruiz Jr., first Mexican unified world heavyweight champion. Commiserations to Joshua, but I think he could bounce back. I believe that. I certainly don't believe this is the end of Joshua's career.